want to fix is when we're pushing people, we don't want to change our lead leg. All right, so if I'm pushing my opponent, I don't want to push with both my feet changing. All right, if I do that, guys can snap your arms off, fall down to an ankle. They can change directions on you, but it's a lot more difficult for your opponent to do that if you don't switch your lead leg. So if I keep my lead leg forward and I just keep generating power with my back leg and pushing, it's going to be a lot more difficult for this guy to get underneath you and get to your lead leg. And we're aware, right? When we're switching lead legs, he can go to this leg or he can go to this leg. When I just lead this leg, when I just lead my front leg, I know that this is the only one he can attack. It's the only one your opponent can attack. So now I'm aware of that, and I'm going to be able to get this foot back quicker. If your opponent does go underneath you and try to get to your leg. And honestly, the thing that I want this person to do is the shoot. Go behind at the like world team camp and Olympic camp out at the training center. Anytime we wrestle a world championship or an Olympic championship, something like that, we come back and we have camp probably like a month or 2 months after, and they break down all the scores that happened at that tournament. Okay, so they break it all down by percentages, what attack scored the most, what attack scored the least, percentage of finishes, things like that. But what do you guys think was number one? Go behind. Yeah. Go behind. Number one score in the entire world. Number one most used attack. Number one most used score out of any other move in wrestling. The number two move was a single leg. So go behind and a single leg. You guys know how to do those, right? Yeah. You guys know the two most used moves in the world to score on people. It's pretty simple, but you just got to become really efficient in those attacks. You got to become really detail oriented when you're in those positions, and that's how you're going to be able to score on high level guys. They're all using the same attacks, but some people have just spent more time in the position and know how to score from there. So we'll get back to the push and no. So like I said, we don't want to change our lead leg when we're pushing. And this move works best, obviously, when your partner holds ground. So if your partner doesn't hold ground, you're just going to push him out of the center of the mat, push him out of the circle. So whether it's freestyle or folk style, we all know that it doesn't look good when we're just pushing somebody, they don't hold the ground, you push them off the mat, come back to the center. At this point, freestyle and folk style, it isn't, but if you push them again, now they'll hit them for stalling. You know, you keep doing it. Eventually, this person's going to have to hold their ground, and then we're going to be able to snap, then put them underneath them. Okay? So, partner, you've got to hold your ground after the person drilling on you does this, so that they can be snapped underneath them. So now we're going to push. This partner's going to collar tie me. I'm going to get a thumb block on one side. All right, I'm going to get a thumb block. I'm going to push. They hold ground. Then I'm going to take this thumb block here, come to his middle of his elbow, and snap him underneath me. All right? And from this position, what I want you guys to do is typical front headlock. How we're going to finish, we're going to take his head, bring it to the mat by our lead leg knee. Is going to go from standing to the mat. All right, so I have his head underneath me. I take my lead leg knee to the mat, and then I want you guys just to circle behind. Here's sword. So, again, I collar tie with my backhand. He collar ties me. Opponent collar ties me. I take my free hand, I thumb block. And this is what a thumb block is. Can you guys see this? Thumb on the inside of his shoulder, 4 fingers on the outside. Never in wrestling, you just want to have your hand hanging here. So if I have a collar, partner has a collar, I never just want to have my hand hanging here. Because if he releases his arm from my head, I fall. So I don't want that. Plus, he can go underneath me. He can penetrate underneath me from here. I don't want that to happen either. But when I have a thumb block, it's good for offense and it's good for defense. Because when I make contact, thumb block here, now if he tries to go underneath me, I got something pressing here. And if he releases his head from my hand, hand from my head, I still have balance. I still have my hand up on him. All right, so that's why thumb block is important. So I collar tie, thumb block, pressure forward. They hold ground. Now I'm going to snap him underneath me. Front leg is going to go down to the ground. Now from here, circle behind and get your points. Any questions on that?
Coach,
Yes.
when you get the front headlock, you grab the chin or you kind of like let the arm?
When I get the front headlock, I usually, I'm not grabbing the chin. I'm kind of just like curling my bicep. And my hand, my hand's on the chin and my shoulder's on top of his upper back. And I'm just squeezing my bicep. Okay?
Can you do it again?
Yeah. So I collar tie, thumb block, drive, they hold ground. I snap underneath me. Now I've got chin, shoulder on top, and I have his free arm in my hand. Drop down to my knee, circle behind. Cool?
Yep.
All right, let's try it. 1, 2.
Coach,